Hello, welcome back to the channel. Here's a video for you about tiny Glade. There's a whole load of how-to videos on YouTube for this, and I've watched quite a lot of them because the game doesn't really have much by way of a tutorial. So if you want to do some of the more flashy things in here, it's best to go and find out by watching other people do it. I'm not going to show off with what I can do. It's more because this game just it's not a game. Get that out there straight away. I might refer to it as a game when I'm not thinking about what I'm saying, but it's not. It's not like a city builder where you've got to manage resources or get your population to pay taxes. You haven't got to keep up with any. There's no rules, there's no objectives, there's nothing like you have to do this, you have to do that. It's more, it's more of an art package. It's for someone who wants to design, I don't know, a fantasy village or a castle or a house or ruins or whatever you want to mess about with. Maybe you want to set something up, you're writing a book and you want to give yourself, say you want to describe a property that someone lives in or a castle. You could build it reasonably quickly depending on your level of detail you go to. In tiny Glade, you could probably use it for, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Like you could plan out a map, put some castles in, so when you go back to it, or if you're describing it to someone, you can refer to it and you know exactly what you're talking about, what's where and all this. So there are daily things you get to do. If you do a daily theme, today's daily theme is Queen's Estate. I'll have a look at that in a sec. This is something that I was messing around with just to see, instead of building loads of houses, I did an area with a bunch of water on it and thought I'll leave it alone. It's tempting to build on the island, but no, you can do that some other time. And I thought, what would you want to, if you were writing a story in your head and you want someone to live by this lake, what sort of house would you give them? So they got this sort of, I don't know, small, medium size-ish property. They're into their gardening, they've got flowers, they've got like a thingy in the corner there. Nice little house with a couple of chimneys, smoke coming out of the chimneys, you can see that going on there. Dormery kind of roof window things, and that's it. And you start off with just an empty map and you build this stuff. Those are walls, that's a house. If you want to build a house, you just plonk it down like that and then you mess about with it. I mean, that's what it starts off with, and you can make this thing bigger, give it a, so you can change the style of the roof. That looks like a barn. I mean, the game, the programming behind this is really clever, because whatever you plonk in the world, it will add it to what you've got, and kind of immediately it looks decent. You haven't got to think, will this work? It's the kind of intelligent programming behind it that will do that. Now that's a basic block structure, and if you were using this to lay out buildings in a village, so you could, if you were writing about it or if you're going to do something about it, and use the map for reference, that's probably all you need. If you want to stick a door on it, there you go. If you want details around it, if you click on the door, it will swap around the stuff that's outside. It will run through a sequence. There's all sorts. There's a shovel. There's a bird box. I haven't seen the bird box before. That's actually new and different. Do you want to turn that into a ruin? Well, yeah, you can turn it into a ruin. You go into the wall tool. No, you don't actually. You go into the eraser tool and you select walls and you click on the wall. And there you've got like a... Come on, let me do it. There you go. So you've got a ruin straight away. And you can then use your wall tool. Got to get a bit closer, obviously. Come on. You can cut sections of the wall so you can drop them down lower. Make your ruin look more of a ruin. And once you've got that, you can put dodgy windows into it that will just be holes in the wall. Unless you ruin church or whatever, ruined castle. And if it doesn't look ruined enough, you can make it darker. And then if you wanted to take a screenshot of it, make it look, you stick it to night time. You got the lights on in the windows of that place, but your ruin is just a dark ruin. And if you don't like what you've done, you've got erase buttons up there. You can erase pretty much everything you've done, or undo rather, not erase. So if there was something you liked and you went past it and thought, hang on a sec, you can just bring it back. Or you can just smash it down. It's great fun. I haven't played Grim Dawn for a while because I got Baldur's Gate 3 in a Steam sale. Started playing that, and then I don't know, a Tiny Glade video popped up. Let's have a look at this daily theme. Tiny Glade popped up. Oh, look at that, look. See, look, welcome to Tiny Daily. We know from this experience, blah, blah, blah. Each day we share a new theme. The start in Glade. Today's theme is Queen's Estate. It's not, I suppose if you did something with this, put it on YouTube and someone else did it, you could maybe look at each other's and comment and go, yeah, wow, you've done a great job. A lot of the people who put Tiny Glade videos up on YouTube, they do amazing things like massive, detailed towns, villages, castles. That'll save now. That'll be, if I load up my, I had a go, what I did, I had a look at images of vampire castles on Google, what's it, and I tried to copy, there was a picture of a vampire castle, it looked a bit like this. I tried to copy it. It's alright, it's not finished, this is not finished, it's work in progress, the colours are all over the place, but it's that's a sort of castle-y thing you can do. See, it's not lit up properly, it's kind of, it's a bit of a fake. I mean, it looks like a castle from that side, and then you go around the back and you think, well, you haven't finished this. But that's all part of the fun. Yeah, I like the way the windows light up at night, and the lanterns. There's one there. So if you, I mean, you got a lantern tool somewhere. Where is it? There it is. You can put them on the side of the road. Hang on, where's me? You should be able to turn it. There you go. You can go into first person and walk around. It's all right. It's not. There was a sheep. I'm in the water. Yeah, so you can walk around and look at it in first person. You can't do an awful lot. I mean, there's a lot of people are saying in comments on these videos that it would be nice if there were people, like animated guys, sim guys walking around. But the thing is, the creativity on this is so high. Let's have a look at, oh, there we go. When you start a new game, it'll put stuff down. Like I say, you could put people in this and they walk around, but it's only really limited by your imagination what you build. So you could build some weird structure that, like the the bots in the game walking around, the NPCs, might not really understand how to interact with it. And you can't go inside the buildings at the moment because they're obviously, the way you build them, it's like you can stack objects and merge them together. So the inside, I think it would be a challenge to make an interior of some of these things, because for example, that what you've got there, those are bits of houses, and you can prove that because you can undo what's there. So this is a new thing I've gone into, but if you do undo, it will show you how they built it. This is reversing what they did. So they started off with a house, and that started off with like a turret. So if you wind it right back to right, so you can watch how the guy did this. He put a turret down and then edited it down like that. It's a good way to learn how to do things as well. And then he put a house thing down. So then he took the roof off it and then shrunk it down. And then somehow got, oh yeah, you got steps on the end of it somehow. Not entirely sure how to do that. I'll experiment with that. Oh, it's because I think he's put another thing on top. That's how you get rid of the crenellation things, is because you put another bit down. And he's extended that. And that's it. But if you don't want that, you can just zap it. And that's what you start off with, but you can obviously get rid of the trees as much as you want, give yourself more area. Then you can raise the land. So say you want to do a path coming in. You could do this and then smooth it down a bit so it's not quite as extreme. Get your path. You could do like a cart track. Yeah, and then if you wanted it to look a bit like, has it been raining or whatever, you could put some puddles in. Oh, it's actually gone into the ground, into the rock. Yeah, so there's a cart path with some puddles, and maybe these people built a fence. And if you want to build a straight fence, here's a tip. This is a tip from someone else's video. If you do a small bit of fence and then click on it, you can drag it and it will be straight rather than curvy. See, look, it's not curving round; it's going straight. You might not want a straight fence, you might want a curvy fence. If you want a curvy fence, just drag it and it will go wherever you want. But if you wanted a straight one, just put one with 2 nodes down by doing a little tiny fence and dragging it. So there you've got a decent looking track with some puddles, fence along the side of it, and that's heading towards I don't know. You could build a mini castle. That's not what I meant to do, actually. That's all right. There you go. And then you just add detail in. I mean, if you put the path up to the thing, you'll get it'll automatically add a door in, but it's like you just get these real cartoony looking doors. Just a bit of a cartoony looking door. If you want a normal door, get a window and stick it down at floor level. I'll show what I'm talking about now. So that's all right. Look at that. Yeah, so what you can do is you can put a door. There you go. There's a double door. And if you don't like where it is, you can move it around. So immediately you start to get a bit of detail going on here. If you want to put a different, I'm going to make this slightly different. You can stick another turret on top. And have it overlap a bit. If you pull it out far enough, you're going to get wooden support, alright, stone supports. You might not want them. You can see how much fun you can have with this. You got all sorts of options with windows. See, because that's the base, it's on the base of another thing, it turns it into a door because it sees that base down there as the ground. Same as with that, only that was sticking out not as far. The more you look at that, the more you think, I don't like that, that looks awful. Just get rid of it. And then you just carry on like that pretty much. So that, I don't know. It's great fun, and it's not a game. Yeah, I say it's a very, very, very clever art package, and that's it. That's pretty much. Just don't get this because you'll become hopelessly addicted to it, and you won't play any other games or do anything else productive in your life. Dear, what I'm going to do? There's a castle, a ruined castle near where I used to live. There's a place called Skenfrith. It's just over the Welsh border. Skenfrith. Look it up. Skenfrith Castle, and it's a ruin. And on the other side of the road, there's a few shops and some houses. I was going to try and create that in here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be dead easy because the ruin itself is not much to it. It's just a few walls and a couple of knackered old round towers. And the houses opposite are the shops are quite straightforward to do. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up now so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to have a go at doing that. What I find is more fun if you find something to copy and try and do it in Tiny Glade and then go, oh yeah, look what I've done, rather than just trying to build random stuff. Building random stuff is fine, but copying existing real stuff is a good laugh too. Right, I'm going to shut up now. I hope you like that video, and I will catch you all in whatever next weird video I do. Have a great day.